What's going on, Dragon Ball Super fans? UnrealEntGaming here today presenting my official review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 29. It's settled, we're holding a martial arts tournament. Now, I was actually away while watching this on the road, guys, and I will say after watching this episode was filled with just food and more food. Everybody was eating, Beerus was eating, Champa was stuffing his face. We see Goku and Vegeta finally going along an adventure together. We see a bunch of stuff happening in this episode, guys, continuing off of Episode 28, and I will say this episode was filled with lots of comedy because following Episode 28, where we left off on Planet Beerus, we get to see Goku and Vegeta pretty much accept, Champa's challenge as to challenging Beerus for, the respective Earths and whatnot. Whoever wins gets the Earth, and we see Champa, toss an egg, and what was very interesting towards the end, right before he left Planet Beerus, was he threw an egg at Goku, and Goku caught the egg, but since the suit that he was wearing was so heavy, like, he was pretty much, like, spinning out of orbit and whatnot, which caused Goku and Vegeta later on, to take the suits off, and I will say, those suits, guys, they are so heavy that they literally sink into the ground. Like, those suits, like, the minute Vegeta and Goku took them off, those suits, like, caved into the ground, so now they have more flexibility, they're able to move a lot better, and Beerus and Whis are gonna go and ask Bulma if she can go on ahead and build some sort of radar to go on ahead and assist them to get the final Dragon Ball, because nobody knows where it is, but Beerus and Goku and Whis and Vegeta are confident that it's within their universe. So Goku and Vegeta going ahead to go back to Earth, and Bulma is the centerpiece, I believe, in this episode, because of course, when confronted about making the super giant Dragon Ball radar, she was bamboozled by it. She was very baffled by it, but of course towards the end she made it, which goes to show how smart Bulma is, because as charming and as good looking as she is, she's able to build a device out there that's able to detect Dragon Balls far deep within space in our universe. So that is absolutely incredible. Like the only flaw I would say was giving off more information as to how she knew how to build such technology to where it's able to detect things like way deep out in space. But needless to say, what was really cool for me was seeing Goku and Vegeta's reaction and interaction towards one another, because first of all, their reaction towards hearing that Bulma has a sister was priceless, because for all the years that Goku and Vegeta have known her, and Vegeta being married to her, or practically being her husband, did not know of her having a sister, which was pretty cool because we get to actually see her, and she looks a little bit like Bulma, different hair color, whatnot, but resemblance is there. What was really cool was the fact that Varus actually was on the planet, the nameless planet that Champa chose to hold this tournament at, and she was actually creating the ring itself. Now, again, this episode did not have any battle-driven scenarios. It did not have anything containing fights. It was more towards the build-up, and I have seen a couple of people complaining about that, which I really don't understand why, because again, Dragon Ball is not just built off fights, it's built off of comedy and story arcs just like this. And so Champa actually decided to bring in a planet towards the beginning of the episode, and he named the planet the Nameless Planet, and he felt very happy about that. Very arrogant. Champa is very arrogant, but needless to say, he's very funny, being that he's a fat purple cat, and he has Varus just make fun of him at times, especially in episode 28 when she called him fat and he told her to shut up. It's incredibly awesome. I love their interaction. But again, like, this episode is more towards build-up, more towards having the Dragon Radar involved, more towards having Bulma involved, more towards seeing how Goku and Vegeta are interacting with one another more and more. There was one scenario, actually, where Goku got in Beerus' face when Beerus told Goku that there are fighters out there even stronger than he is, and he was very stoked about it. Goku's like, where is he? Who is he? What's his name? How strong is he? And Beerus pretty much, like, shouted in his face, which, mind you, like, one thing happened in this episode that really caught me off guard, and it surprised me because this could have caused the annihilation of the entire universe, and that was Bulma. She hit Beerus. She hit Beerus across the head, and Beerus was pissed. Beerus was so angry, and that's because, like, they're all pressuring her into doing things that she doesn't want to do. But again, guys, this episode was mainly build-up, and I will describe more of this in my later breakdown review, where I'll actually talk about next week's episode, and that being Gohan finally being shown training with Piccolo, which is gonna be very cool. But that's gonna come in about an hour or so you guys might want to go ahead and tune in for that. But again, the overall episode is very solid. I love the build-up between all the characters. I mean, lots of food involved. We see every single person eating in some way, shape, or form, which is pretty funny because, again, like, this entire fight, like, Dragon Ball in and of itself, is pretty much carrying off of like, food ideals right now. Like, people are picking fights and destroying planets over eggs and bacon and pudding and stuff, and it's pretty funny if you think about it, but at the same time, it has a lot to build off of. We get to see the super giant Dragon Balls and whatnot. this episode was very enjoyable. I would have to say 4 out of 5. Very, very fun. I can't wait to see, you know, how this is going to play off in, of course, episode 30. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below about your overall thoughts and ideals on this episode. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys prefer this episode or last week's episode? Comment down below, guys. Again, for me personally, I would have to say that last week's episode was that much more favorable for me because that was the very first time we ever get to see Beerus and his brother interact, and we get to see a lot more interaction in here, and Champ is very confident about what he wants to do and how he wants to do things and whatnot, and I will explain that in my breakdown review that's going to come in about an hour or so, so you guys might want to go ahead and tune in for that. But once again, guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you guys don't miss a single Dragon Ball episode. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys cannot wait to see more Dragon Ball Super, if you guys are stoked about next week's episode about Gohan training with Piccolo, then smash that like button, leave your overall thoughts in the comment section below, tune in for more, and I will be seeing each and every single one of you guys in the breakdown review. Take it easy, guys. Peace.